My name is Paul Kilkenny, and my topic is to stop making excuses for yourself. My central idea is to give a little bit of perspective on how to stop making excuses and to get out there and do it. So, everyone today expects to be given things. Everyone expects to just do something and be rewarded for it, or just expect something and be given it. Day in and day out, people love to try and give someone a reason to why and why they should not do something. Parents, lovers, friends, and family all help us to reach our goals. They help us to thrive in the world, help us to push us on our way, but with this comes eyes and ears to everything that we do. And everything that we do is often judged, and that scares us, and we don't want to disappoint people, so with this scare and this fear becomes disappointment and failure. The failure to make excuses and to hope that if you say something, it will just be forgot is a really bad way to think about life, and it's a really bad epidemic in today's world. Parents today are doing a really bad job at pushing their kids to do things and push their limit because they're always having excuse for them. And when kids make excuses, parents will accept it easier and just hope that it'll just be vanished like anything else. They too will sit there and make excuses for their kids, which is a terrible issue in this generation. While doing some research on the topic, I came across some questions that some researchers told you to ask yourself. It said, do you ever neglect responsibility for some events and possible circumstances that occur in your life? Do you ever explain why you didn't, couldn't, or shouldn't, or wouldn't want to do something? They said if you ask yourself these questions, then these are definitely signs that you are living your life as excuses, and that you should definitely learn to overcome that type of mindset and definitely move on from that. Most of us make excuses to try to avoid blame, and that's most likely to come with huge issues that involve personal life, work, or things that won't really show immediate attention or immediate reaction when it is done. Excuses are a big bowl of lies that are just taken together and put into a really nice pile of sentences, basically. Your true issue was that it wasn't a priority and you didn't want to make it a priority. The things we put first in our life are what we make a priority. For example, I came across another thing online, and it told you to put this in your mind. So every day you go to work and you go on time and you work hard and you can't really put anything else forward in front of it, and you also revolve everything else around it. The reason is it gives you money, and with money becomes your basic needs for life. And without things or something that will give you your basic needs or something in life, then our body and our brain often just tends to not want to be anything involved with it and do everything it can to not have to be involved with it. With this comes excuses and more reasons as to why we don't have to do them or don't want to do them. Before anything and anyone has to be satisfied, you have to be satisfied for yourself. As a kid, making excuses sometimes would work because if you would make an excuse, it could benefit you for the time being or can get you out of a certain situation. As an adult, you're only hurting yourself. In life, you need to step away from the excuses and go towards the solutions. You could say, I can't, but will you really try? While doing some more research online, I did a little research on people who are successful leaders and big-time entrepreneurs. It is said that these people are never to make excuses or blame others. People like this know they have more to gain if they are willing to admit their mistake and move forward. They would rather correct themselves and move on and show the people they can move on than dwell and blame others and waste time on that matter. If you think about the times that you have been influenced by people or inspired by someone, was this someone who made excuses or would place blame on other people? Excuses are the opposite of what we want to do to move forward. Without thinking like a leader or using these type of mentalities, we're going to be stuck in a hole and fighting our own self-worth or for our excuses. So in conclusion, I'm hoping that this lecture mainly gave you a good idea of how excuses can really neglect a person's overall outcome. The world is huge and they don't really care for your excuses. So to go out and get it done is what really matters in the world. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. I hope you guys learned something.